Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4, The Great War, with me, Alpha Pi Omega, in Austria-Hungary. So, the war is continuing, but not exactly according to plan. We keep being thrown more and more people at us. Recently it has been Greece. And while the fighting there is going, I'd say, fairly well, it is not exactly going exactly well. Because I wanted to send my units there, but we can't, because we are locked in a deadly combat up in the north. And that's really disconcerting, because we can't really be everywhere at the same time, can we? So, while the fighting here is really dramatic, I'm not entirely sure if it's a good idea that we be here. How many troops? They got 24 divisions here, just in this place. Jesus. Well, the deficit in the artillery pieces is getting better, so is the deficit in the infantry. At least that's happening, and we are gaining more and more army experience. But I really thought that it would be best if we could just push Greece out of there as fast as possible, and that would be doable with our units here, but I'm not sure how well we will be able to work with it here. Come on, guys, you... Are you getting any... Nope, no recovery here at all. That's because you are under attack as well. Okay, well, once you break them, which is not going to be hard... They're not doing much better when it comes to supplies than we are. Okay, throwing more units in there. Throwing more units in here. They're just basically trying to overwhelm us. Desperately trying to close off. There's not enough units here to stop us. So while the heavy fighting here is continuing, thinking how we could approach this in a sensible manner. Okay, so we won't be able to hold it here. What I could do here... How could I help? Well, that's a big question that has been bothering me for quite some time. We don't have enough artillery pieces here for the infantry divisions. That's the main issue here. Well, I could just put in some units as a cannon fodder, but it's not going to hold for long. My biggest issue is that if we don't send help south, they will put more units in here, and then it's going to be all that harder to actually do something with them. At this point it seems like we are being pushed here heavily with everything they got. Yeah, it is definitely not going our way. There are even some places here where we are losing.
Angetreten. Bereit zum Ausrücken.
Yeah, you're not in an immediate danger, so let's put you here so you can help with the defense.
Bereit.
Okay, so the defense here is collapsing, and I think the best way for us is to let it collapse. We've tried our best. We'll pull these units out and let the front here stabilize. They'll probably be unable to get beyond the river. I thought that it would be a quick operation, but it's not. We need to... yeah. We need to get our units out of there. They're not doing anyone any good. Let's actually get them out. Yeah, there's gonna be some heavy fighting going on here, which is a possibility that we cannot really change, and they just got too many forces here. But again, we need to relieve our armies where they are, and they can be relieved, and then we can deal with the rest. Yep, I'm pulling them out. I'm pulling them out. Damn it, we really need to up our production in places where it is... I mean, if we recruited more of you, I mean, that would be doable. Just need to get that goddamn artillery in order. Guys, get in there. Okay, awesome. And now I need you... here. We need to remove some of those ports from the enemy control. This we are going to support. We are going to. And very soon, once we have way too many troops here anyway. Is there? Yeah, there's an entire German army here. I think we can actually send these guys out now. Because they're not really... there's just too many... units there now anyway, so... let's pull you out. That's gonna make the supply situation here a bit better. Spanish flu. The H1N1 influenza virus, better known as the Spanish flu, is spreading like wildfire. Currently up to 500 million people across the world, including even those on remote Pacific islands and in the Arctic, have been confirmed infected. And 50 to 100 million of them are dead, presumably of the virus. Considering the events of the last few years, perhaps mankind is simply being punished for what it has done. Oh yeah, let's pull it on to fate. Okay, so this ought to be much easier to deal with at this point than on the eastern front where we were before. Okay, these are... I'll have to be careful because they have the same color as the infantry units here. So let's cut off this port. And let's the other 3 units attack here. That way we'll encircle Thessaloniki and we'll be able to push back on them. Yeah, you guys won't be able to resist for much longer. The good news is that the tanks are doing fine. As far as construction go, yeah, it's a mess, but we've been ready for that for quite some time now. And we got more people working on horse-drawn vehicles and support equipment. Okay. So at least that's the good news. More of our transport ships have been sunk. Okay, so the encirclement here worked really nicely. Wait, I want just you getting in here. Let's do this. And have you moved there? Nope, you stay here. Nope, you stay here. And I think you can actually start attacking here. Okay, how's the situation? Okay, our units have already gotten into the combat. That is great. Guys, get in there quickly. Get in there. 2 days and 4 hours. Jesus Christ. Okay, you know what? We're gonna get rid of these guys because that is not effective. White Cruiser 4. The workers of the fleet, cruisers take over a lot of important duties, from scouting and screening for light cruisers to supporting the battle line for heavy cruisers. Good. Good, good, good. And these are all 1918. These are 1922. Okay, so Dreadnought 4 now. Okay, we need to get our units in there so that they can break this one, and we'll have an encirclement on these guys. 40%. And elimination will be what we need here. These guys are bleeding organization, but not nearly as fast as we need them to. Wait, so who is the reserve? 206th. So you don't need to fight, you need to rest. We're gonna alternate and push them out this way. Okay, you can help here. Okay, so which one of you can? Let's go and continue this fight. There we go. And that's still not doing it? Oh, because it's night. We need to shorten the battle line here pretty dramatically. So how's this going? Yeah, we're being slowly pushed back, but we managed to hold the line. Okay, they still haven't broken through any of our units, which is great. Let them waste their power and material. You guys can now attack, and we got them. Amazing. Okay. So this was quick enough. Now for Thessaloniki. This is an encirclement, so all of their casualties are just going bye-bye. We are able to actually hold on the attack. Good. This one is also falling, so that's great. I need to keep an eye on this line though. If we can at least hold it, that is good enough for me. I don't need any advancement. I need to close off the line and concentrate my troops. Okay, now you guys, because that's gonna be an encirclement. Okay, you here are being destroyed. Meaning the casualties are raking up, and you will no longer be able to supply the enemies while we will supply our people. Lovely. I actually managed to reinforce here. Okay, that kind of sucks, but I can understand the sentiment here. Okay, let's stop here. Let them attack. That is fine. Germans are picking up the slack. We will rest just a bit and then get the city. Yeah, this is looking like another nightmare. Need to get them out quickly because that's gonna give us supplies and deny it to them. And that is something that I like. Okay, support, no, not aviation effort. Well, it's not what I wanted, but okay. Now that we have formally established an air force, we have made some interesting advances. Most notably, our aircraft designers have been proposing designs for specific roles rather than simply arming a generic model. Getting effective use out of these planes, which will be designed with roles like attacking enemy aircraft or dropping bombs in mine, require extensive testing and research, but will no doubt bring us a lot of good things. Okay, now let's go with the extra research slot too. That is what we need. And I didn't actually want you to attack here, but if it's working, well, if it's broke, if it ain't broke, let's not try to fix it. Yeah, looks like our extra army made it happen. We're still short on artillery. Not sure you guys are still supporting me. Yeah, 60 field artillery. Next delivery in 16 days. You're not. So what about you? Can you give me something? Yep, 225 pieces. Okay, we got this. Get in there. And because we did it just as a support, that did not really help. But the elimination here is proceeding smoothly. There's only 2 units left. So, yeah, we're advancing. We're advancing. Kinda unhappy though this will all fall to the Ottomans, most likely. I should really send my units here. Though that's where the heavy fighting is, because they got this port here. And of course they want it. Okay, they shouldn't be able to break us that easily. Central Macedonia is a pretty good province, I can say. Yeah, you guys are gone. Just throw you in for good measure. It's going to free up quite a lot of units. Okay, and this is stabilized. The switch was a good idea because we need to finish off Greece before we do anything else. Oh, we're getting more fighters again. I mean, it's not good, but if we get them more fighters there, it will be better. And we'll need to start sending them here too, because that is another place where they are absolutely decimating us. Okay, so we are holding this area. Artillery spare parts. That is something that I liked. Soft attack, hard attack, and max speed of our artillery increased by 3%. And, well, this is gonna help with soft attack. One is way too far ahead in the future. So let's go for infantry support weapons 3. So, I'm gonna end the episode here, and in the next one, we are going to look into the possibility of aiding this area and actually getting it from our, from our standpoint, because I would really like it if we could get that area under control and, actually get something here instead of instead of the Ottomans swallowing it whole. Because we haven't really been benefiting from this war for quite some time now, with the exception of Balkans, but that is, not exactly what you would see as a benefit, because we're not getting that much out of it. Okay, so thank you very much for joining me, and I'll see you in the next episode. It is looking really fine, and very soon we'll be able to throw all of our army experience in those doctrines. So looking forward to that as well.